Guys, we're building a custom master closet organizer using Stone Coat Epoxy. We're laying out the closet. We're about to make a cutlass. Stay tuned, learn all the steps on how to customize your closet space for a happy significant other. Stay tuned and enjoy the video. My master closet pieces are prepped and ready for the epoxy. I've applied 2 coats of our epoxy undercoat in black on top and 2 coats of white on the bottom. I rounded over with an 1/8 inch round over bit the top and bottom of any of my front edges. These longer boards, I'm gonna have a closet rod hanging under them, and my smaller boards are gonna be 2 separate towers for storing miscellaneous clothes or what have you that goes in your master closet. I also have a shoe rack, so my wife is gonna be nothing but smiles when I go to install this bad boy. So I'm mixing up 3 ounces per square foot. This 2-gallon kit's gonna get me really close to all this. I was just needing a little more, so I'm gonna try to stretch it. We're going with some hammered spray paints on this one, and maybe a little white and black, because a little white and black goes a long way on every epoxy project, and that's a pro tip. So we're gonna shake these vigorously. These are hammered Rust-oleum spray paints. There's some additive in the Rust-oleum hammered that you can't find anywhere else that does some really amazing things when you start incorporating it in the resin and they start laying on top of one another. They fight each other for the best position in the ball game, and there's some cool stuff happening. We're gonna fog some paint, we're gonna incorporate it, and then we'll mist a little isopropyl alcohol on top to really tie those together. Don't blink, this one's pretty quick, guys. So this is also a technique that you gotta be patient with. At first you're gonna think, what am I doing here? Okay, got my paint laid down. Now I'm gonna grab a paint stick and just start striating this, incorporating this paint amongst itself. This is where you're gonna think, oh boy, what did I do? It looks so good at first. We're just gonna start incorporating that hammered paint down into the resin with the corner of your paint stick. And you can see I kind of started incorporating midway through. You don't want a big piece like this. You don't want to let this hammered paint sit on the surface too long. It can start to dry. So I get it into my resin, and then I start layering more colors. I like that gold. See, look what that's already doing. Woo-hoo-hoo. Cool job. This is a pretty easy technique too. Once I'm done teaching it, which is almost now, I'm putting my mask on. You guys want to wear your PPE when working with spray paints. Stone Coat itself is VOC free. You're good to go. No need for a mask when working with just the Stone Coat or the additives. But spray paints, yes. So again, come back, just meld those together. I wonder what this white's gonna do. Let's see. A little bit of white looks pretty. I just think I did too much in that section. Like that's looking good, real good. I'm gonna go quick on this one now. Now that I got it down, let me get my mask on. I'm gonna just lightly mist this on and it kind of just fractures up that paint a little bit. Gives you some cool details on that paint, make it look a little bit more like Mother Nature had a hand in creating this. All right, we'll let that alcohol dissipate, come back, check for air bubbles. We're gonna continue on the rest of our pieces, just like you saw here, keeping those angles. I'm gonna keep everything, you know, kind of flowing the same direction, kind of keep the same color scheme, and it's a repeatable process. It doesn't have to look exactly like this, but keeping the same amount of paint, same color scheme, it's gonna look like it was all cut out of the same piece, giant slab of natural stone. Let's get to work. All right, those pieces are complete. So I'm gonna let these cure. I'll be back tomorrow to apply the final step in our epoxy countertop and walls and shelf system, the ultimate top coat, bringing the durability to maximum, the sheen level a little bit down, and then we'll be ready to install the very next day. We'll let these cure. These are gonna cure overnight and be ready for the ultimate top coat tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. It's time to apply the ultimate top coat. The first step, you're gonna wanna mix and shake this bad boy vigorously before mixing in your bucket. Why? Because there's matting agents that settle at the bottom. So I give it a flip, I give it a shake, I go to town. Switch arms. Point is, shake it before you bake it. All right, we're shaking. We're gonna mix first. It's a 2-to-1 product. This is gonna take durability through the ceiling, and it's gonna give you a more natural sheen at the end. So I love the ultimate top coat. There isn't a project that I don't install that I'm not applying either the glossy or the matte top coat. I'm gonna go matte for this closet. All right, let's mix up real quick. The ultimate top coat has a quicker working time than the normal epoxy. So, you know, I don't have to be in a mega rush, but I also can't, you know, start de-shedding rollers and stuff like that after I start mixing. There's a couple pro tips when working with the ultimate top coat, which is you want to thin it down to the right consistency. That extends the working time. That eliminates lap lines like crazy. It's an easier product to install. That way you don't want to go right out of the bucket. Boom, with the whole kit. And I'm gonna grab my wet roller and apply it to one whole table. So to do that, just saturate your roller and then roll off so you have a consistent amount on that roller. Now I'm just applying an even coating. We're gonna apply it wet to all these pieces, and then I'll come back with my dry roller and remove that material for that sprayed on finish. See that one kit, pretty much barely any left. Spray these down. I'm gonna let that ultimate top coat dry overnight. Tomorrow, I'll be back. It's install day. We're building a closet on site using epoxy shelving. It's gonna be fun and legendary, epic as well. See you then. Install is complete, and look at all the room for activities. I mean, hanging clothes in my closet now. We teach you all there is to know to work with epoxy on this channel. Shower walls, floors, epoxy closets, countertops, tabletops, and much more. I hope you learned some tips and tricks that are gonna get you headed down the path to renewing your surfaces with epoxy. Thanks for watching, everybody, from Topcoat Countertops. Don't forget, you got this, and we'll see you on the next video.